surprised at her, who was staring at him with her sexy eyes. "What? You fell in love with me?" Contrary to what Jungkook was expecting, White pressed her cheek to Jungkook's cheek and whispered under his ear in a soft voice, "No, but if you continue to be charming like this, maybe." Jungkook was more surprised, but somehow he was happy that they were so close to each other. He grinned excitedly and then whispered and didn't say anything else. White pulled her hand back and stared into Jungkook's eyes again. Suddenly, put her hand on his cheek and gently touched it. Why is your skin softer than mine?" "Are you kidding me? I am a man." And then caressed her cheek. White caressed Jungkook's face again and said, while was pouting like a child, "No, I want your skin." Jungkook interrupted so she preferred to pretend to be still drunk in tomorrow, as if she doesn't know anything and has forgotten everything. Jungkook was still looking at her. Vian was embarrassed, but to stop Jungkook, she grabbed her head and faked it. Oh, my head. Jungkook put his hand on top of hers. Do you want to drink water? No, I need to sleep. Jungkook kissed her cheek. Girl, we are not done yet. Vian looked at him apprehensively, but tried to hide her fear, turned her head to the side, and closed her eyes. Okay, for another time. Good night. Jungkook didn't say anything. After a few seconds, he got up from the bed. Vian took a deep breath, then suddenly got surprised by Jungkook's kiss on her forehead. She heard Jungkook's voice moving further away, saying something, but she was too sleepy to understand Jungkook's words. Finally, after a few seconds, she fell asleep. 2 a.m. Vian woke up because of thirst, looked to her side and got shocked to see Jungkook next to her. Remembering what happened last night, she slapped her forehead lightly, bit her lips, and then slowly got up to go back to her room. She was getting up from the bed that Jungkook suddenly grabbed her wrist. You scared me. Jungkook looked at her carefully with his sleepy eyes. Where? He grinned. Your place is here, in my bed, next to me, babe. Vian with an artificial smile. No, I won't burden you. I'd better go back to my room. Again, she tried to leave, that Jungkook pulled her wrist and Vian fell into his arms out of the blue. He wrapped his arms around her tightly and closed eyes, put his chin on her head and quietly whispered in a masculine and attractive voice, Sleep, and let me sleep. I have a lot of work today. She couldn't convince him, was thinking of an excuse to leave his room. Why is suddenly getting hot?